Me, say, test.
Hi guys. All right, so I was just streaming with you, and I took a very small break, because I was supposed to have court, but I just found out that they canceled it. So now I'm gonna be in the kitchen making something to eat, and then I'm gonna do the dishes, and
Stream
then I'm gonna
elements,
shower,
say. Dominus
and
Essence
then
is now
I'm
live.
gonna head outside.
Streaming just chatting. I am redesigning flyer today and then getting some other work done.
I was supposed to change that. All right, so you guys are gonna come with me to the kitchen now. Originally, I told you yesterday that today I will continue cleaning the house on the stream, and that's not gonna happen. It's a change of plans because I forgot that I had court. So now that I know that I had court, hold on, one second, guys. I realized, how's the battery? 98%. How's the battery over here? The battery's good. The both batteries are good, so I'm not gonna charge anything yet. Because I was supposed to have court and I forgot that I had court, I didn't do the cleaning. And then I'm sitting here and I'm waiting. I told you guys that I was waiting for court to start while I was streaming, and court was supposed to start, but I get a message saying that they canceled it. So I'm grateful that they gave it to me earlier rather than later. They could have chosen to like not give me that message at all. So I am grateful that they told me like sooner rather than later, but it kind of sucks because I would have started the stream doing what I was supposed to be doing, which was cleaning. As you see, my roommate always leaves me with a bunch of dishes to do. I've got plenty of dishes that have to get done right now. Okay. So I'm actually going to just make myself some eggs. I'm going to make eggs, and I'm going to make a almond butter and bacon raspberry jam croissant. That's what I'm going to make. And do as many of these, well, do the dishes. Get the dishes done. When that ice melts, it's going to go into my bucket, because what I'm probably going to do now is, after I'm done eating this, I'm going to head to the gym, chill in the sauna for a little bit. After chilling in the sauna, take a shower, and then head out and really start the day. Because I have to give out flyers. I have to distribute flyers. I got to throw out the garbage. There's so much stuff that has to get done. I have to distribute flyers today. Oh my god. My roommate just never does a single dish. Never does a single dish. Oh, thank you, my love. Sweetheart, I streamed a little bit earlier today, and Tony came on the stream, so expect a call from him, or call him, I don't know. But I told him that he should talk to you. I don't know if you want to like look back on the stream, because you know how like I multi-stream, so on YouTube it stays, on Twitch it stays there for like 30 days. On YouTube it just stays. I need to put y'all where you can see me better. Oh, you saw the stream? You saw it? Yeah. Tony's not a bad person, you know. He's a really good guy. So if you saw the stream, then you pretty much know how he's feeling, right? So you just gotta take it from there. Hi, King Drizzy. Thank you for joining again. He said he'll talk to you about the situation, so just give him time. But did you actually see like the whole entire stream? It wasn't a very long stream. Hi, ATL. You let me explain? Yeah, like I discussed it on stream with him. I didn't want to get into all the details of it, sweetheart, but you know, you're a beautiful girl. I want you to know that you're very, very beautiful. But sometimes, just you know, beauty is just one part of being compatible with a person, my darling. It's not everything. Beauty is one part of it. Yes, a man wants a beautiful woman, but there's some men who only want a beautiful woman and they don't care about their way of thinking. And then there's other men who do care about their way of thinking because they actually look at their woman as being a partner and they want someone that they can actually have discussions with and, you know, that type of thing. So what I'm saying is, I guess what I'm saying at is, if it is so that Tony does not want what you want, I know that's going to hurt your feelings, but understand that just sometimes people aren't compatible, right? And there's someone out there for you. It doesn't have to be him. I know you might want it to be him, but if it is so that he doesn't reciprocate the same emotion, it's not that he's a bad person, you know. It's just that he has his reasons for feeling the way that he feels. So I did talk to him about the situation. I explained to him that he should be fair to you and let you know why he feels the way that he feels. We didn't get into like all the details of it, my darling. We didn't get into all the details of it. So I don't know everything that was involved between the two of you. Just a little bit that you told me. And I didn't let him get into the details of it. I just explained to him why it's important to have this kind of communication. Okay, so hopefully he'll be talking to you soon. Thank you, ATL. Yeah, guys, you know, like I come and I go on the stream. I wish that I was more consistent. I really do, but I get distracted by things. Like when I'm focusing on one thing, I don't pay enough attention to another. I hyper focus on stuff. So I've been focusing on advertising my dog babysitting business and my childcare business. And I really haven't been focusing on my streaming. So that's why now I'm getting up earlier so I can do a stream before I leave the house. Today I'm going to be giving out more flyers. I have to go back down to the pet shop place because that's where my flyers really have been he is, but now he understands. Shane, are you referring to what I just said to CRK? Is that what you're referring to? Because I'm not too sure what you're referring to with what you just said. But yeah, so I've been primarily focusing on my doggy business. And that's the reason why you guys haven't seen me. And also today I didn't send a blast. Like I try to send blasts, but I always forget to do that. Like I like to send the blast so you guys have like a heads up that I'm going to be going live soon. And I just always end up forgetting to send the blast. I don't mean to forget, but you know, it's just the way my brain works, ACL. But yeah, sweetheart, getting back to you. Oh wow, there's just so many dishes to do, and all I want to do is just get straight to the cooking. Getting back to you with the whole situation with Tony. I did talk to him today on stream. I talked to him about the situation, and I explained to him why he should sit down and have this conversation with you. I mean, it's on live stream, so you can see it anyway. So I'll just repeat it. You know, Tony said you had some ideals that he didn't agree with, and it made him feel uncomfortable. So the thing with Tony, like Tony doesn't want to have kids. So I'm just gonna put it out there. Tony doesn't want children. He's too scared to become a father. So if you want to be a mother, and it seems to be that you really do, Tony's not the guy for you, sweetheart. He's not. I'm gonna tell you what I learned from experience, right? When people get together and they date, there's certain things that they should put on the table right away, right? One of the things that they should put on the table immediately is, does the person want children? That's the number one thing, actually. That's number one. Number two, are they marriage orientated? Like, mentally marriage orientated. So, do they want to get married one day, right? You got to ask these very important questions because these questions make or break whether or not you're going to have a successful relationship. If you end up being with someone who doesn't want to have children, and you bear a child for that person, or on the opposite end, they get you pregnant and you don't want to be, You will not have a successful relationship. So in this situation, it seems to be that you mentioned something about wanting lots of children, and he doesn't want that. Sweetheart, is that you under a different screen name? Oh, it is you. Okay. You have more than one screen name. Interesting. But I mean, maybe that's something you should explain to him. Maybe he just misunderstood. Hi, Karimo.
How you doing? Hey.
Good.
How you enjoying the calm in the air now? Everything back to peaceful.
How am I now that everything's back to peaceful?
Everything is just calm now. Everything just mellow out again.
Are you talking about in politics? Is that what you mean?
I'm just talking about it. The world is no more. It's no more rah. It's
Karimo,
so
of course
comfortable
not.
now.
The Democrats already
Have you
took
looked?
over, so of course they're going to stop encouraging people to do violence. They have the House, they have the Senate, they have
The world
everything.
just ain't, hey, everything ain't just, everybody ain't cussing everybody out. You know this, it's just relaxed. It's a relaxed feeling nowadays.
Karimo, of course
I
it's
feel
going
so,
to be.
I feel so at ease. I
Well,
know you do too. You breathing better. Everybody's skin looking better. People's relaxing.
of
It
course,
ain't-
because now
we
the
ain't on-
election's
We ain't
over.
on pins and needles.
I just
You're
find
not-
it really funny that you don't see any more of these Black Lives Matter protests. Like, what happened to that? What happened to
Everything
Antifa?
calmed down. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's no more protest. It's that
No.
and it's no more. We not. Every day president in the news. I mean, gosh, it's no more of that. No more every day. Like
Of course, because the Democrats got what they wanted. And so
that's what
now,
I'm trying to tell you. Like it's just like life is relaxing now. It ain't stress. We ain't all look.
I hope
ain't
y'all
nobody
understand
mad-
that the reason why we're
everybody
stressed
mad
like
at each
that.
other.
You do understand that the reason why things were stressed like that is because those were their political tactics. They didn't care about the American people. They literally ensued all of this in order to win these elections. And now that they've won, they've gradually died everything down.
I'm just talking about me going out to eat. It's a relaxing feeling now. Going out to eat, going to the post office. Nobody in my neighborhood riding around with big old trucks with big old sign like "damn you" and this and that. And nobody's like, "Oh, you ain't shit. You this, you that." It's relaxing.
I know, because you're not seeing things in the news anymore that's making people angry.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Every day we are not seeing, okay, in the news, such and such cussed out, such fired. So it's just not that. That's all I'm saying, man. Regardless of the fact, I'm just saying, matter of fact, we don't even hear about what the government's doing every day.
Of course
When I
not,
woke
because
up
the Democrats have taken over. So they're not going to say what they're doing.
years, all I heard was the government doing it, the government doing that, the government doing that, the government doing.
Yes.
I'm like, God damn.
Of course they did that because Trump was president and they wanted him gone. So now that the Democrats have taken power, you're never going to hear anything on the news about what the government's doing. Not
We
unless
don't
it's
hear
someone
about,
like,
we just don't have the rhetoric like I'll blow you up to smithereens. It's just like, man, it's at ease. My neighbors at ease, all my neighbors at ease. They walking their dog. People are just at ease.
well,
It was, hey, you know what? It was some tension.
yes,
It was some tension.
because the Democrats caused it. Our Democratic politicians were relentless. They were willing to do anything to take over the government. And if that
Let
meant,
me tell you, that's like, okay, me. I'm
not
your
you as a
boyfriend.
Democrat, I'm talking about our
let me tell you
politicians.
something. Let me tell you something. I'm your boyfriend, right? I say I love you. You gave me a chance, right? I was the best thing happened. You say tomorrow, Primo, I don't want to date you no more. What if I say stop, 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 stop? You cannot date me. Stop the count. No, you can't. You will feel some type of way. You told me, Cremo. I did. Hold on. While I loved you then, but when you said, KP, you gotta move on. What if I told you, no, I'm not leaving. No. Y'all go over there, and then I said, everybody, all my friends, you know what? She put me out. I want y'all to go over to her house and just show her what. And then people, I just like, dude, that's too far. That's drawing the line.
I don't think you understand that the Democrats started all of this. They were the ones putting all this stuff in the media. They're the ones who started all of this. And I'm not talking about the American people. I'm talking about the politicians. The politicians started all of that.
I'm talking about once everything was counted, said and done, and you said, Cremo, you said, hey, you was a great guy, but I just need something else. You told me it was over and it was said and done, and I said no. That's all I'm saying is, how do I get the right once the mind was made up? All I'm saying was when it was over, they just bow out gracefully.
I just find that very ironic how Hillary Clinton, when she lost the election, how she just ranted for the whole 4 years. No one says anything about that.
Hold on. You know how to bow out gracefully. You cannot come up and say
That's what Hillary did for the last 4 years.
Even you know that was not right.
Nope.
To not just bow out gracefully. Just to, you know what?
Why should he bow out gracefully when it was all a sham?
Huh?
All of this was a sham. Everything that happened in the last year for the election was all strategically planned by these Democrats in order to win the election. All these riots and raves with Black Lives Matter, all of that was strategically planned.
I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that.
So no, I think if I was in his
winning, losing, all I'm saying is no matter if people cheated on me before in football game, I just know, okay, you know what, I lost. That's all I'm saying.
You don't lose if somebody cheated. You're actually the winner. They cheated. A cheater is not a winner.
So you really still believe to this day?
Yeah.
Y'all literally, you know what? I thought that time went on and a lot of my friends said, you know what, KP, yeah, I feel better now. I'm in a better place. I lost some friends, and that was my friends. And they were like, you know what, I just lost. I just really got caught up in the rhetoric.
Well, I don't blame anyone for getting caught up in any rhetoric because that's what they wanted to happen. They kept brainwashing Americans with this media. They've used the media to brainwash Americans.
All I'm saying, I can turn on the news now and the rhetoric is gone. It's like...
Of course it is. They won. They took over the government already. So there's no need for them to put propaganda out anymore. You know when they're going to start propaganda again? During the next election. It's not over. They just taking a break.
Cool. Hey, long as I got a break. Long as I had a break, and you know what? Now they can do that again, but... Hey man,
those Democratic politicians are dirty. I will never vote Democratic.
With no rah.
After I saw the extent that they were willing to go to break apart Americans, to break apart America and put Americans against each other, I will never vote Democrat again. They are corrupt politicians who are dirty and are willing to do anything to win. And that's not the type of person I want running my country.
Dude, something has to be wrong. Right now, we're able to talk and chat. If somebody banned you from life from every media or public, something ain't right. Something got to give. That means something ain't right. If you're banned, you know what I mean? They'll tell you something. For somebody to ban you.
No, people do things because they do things. Remember, in politics is a dirty game, Karimo. Politics is a really dirty game. I really didn't pay attention to politics until this election, honestly. When I really realized how dirty these Democrats are and the extent that they're willing to go to. They were willing to tear apart America so that they can gain power. Americans don't want to see that. They're not understanding. It's like what you said. You don't see these things in the news anymore. Why? Why? How did it automatically disappear? How come the Black Lives Matter movement? You're not gonna see all these protests anymore? Like, what happened? I thought.
It's done. It's done, man.
Well, that's rather coincidence, don't you think? That all of a sudden there's no more rioting and there's no more raiding and there's no more.
I told you, nobody's mad anymore. That's what I was saying. Nobody's mad anymore. If
So
you
anger
notice.
just goes away? That's how it works? When people are angry, it just disappears into thin air? No. No.
It's ran from the top. It's ran from the top.
Alright.
You give out what you receive. And so they gave out what they received. It was ran from the top.
Primo, the Democratic politicians are a bunch of corrupt piece of shit that were willing to tear apart America, okay, in order to win. And that's
I
what they
feel
did.
like America's better now. I feel like America's better now, though.
America is the way it should have been because the Democrats shouldn't have been putting things in the news to make people hate each other. They shouldn't have been putting things in the news to make people riot and rave and make everything racial. Make people hate each other based on race. That was all the Democrats doing. All of them. They're the ones always crying wolf. They're the ones always crying racism. They're the ones always crying oppression. And now all of a sudden there's no racism and oppression. Come on. That's bullshit. I know now how corrupt these Democrats are, and I will never vote Democrat again. They're all a bunch. Well, maybe I'll be dead by then, but maybe the next generation over might be better. But this generation of politicians, I will never vote Democrat again. After seeing what they did during this election, what they were willing to do to the American people, brainwash everyone. They're corrupt, they're corrupt, they're corrupt. And they're willing to do anything to gain power. And you have to wonder about that. Nobody wants to ask these questions though. Nobody wants to sit down and say, well, why were they willing to go through this extent? Nobody wants to see the extent that they went through, Karimo. Yeah, you're right. It is peaceful now. It's peaceful now because they took over the houses. They now run the government. So they don't need to brainwash Americans right now. They don't need to do that right now. They don't need to put hate tactics and fear tactics in you anymore. They don't need to make people shoot each other in the streets because of race anymore. But when they need it again, they're going to do it again. I promise you that. It's just the American people are fucking blind. They don't open their eyes to see that it's all a bunch of propaganda. I mean, I saw it. But when I told people that, they said I was a fucking racist. They said I hated my own race. When I called it for the bullshit that it was. Oh, everybody's all peaceful now. We're all peaceful now. We're all peaceful now. Y'all should have never went crazy to begin with. Y'all shouldn't have allowed these damn Democrats to brainwash you into fucking going into the street rioting and raving and breaking things down.
If we're talking peaceful, and we should have never went for. Do you remember where was the last insurrection done, and who did it, and how many people died? How about that?
Wait, say that again. What are you talking about?
Who did the last insurrection? How many people died? And who led that insurrection?
Okay, so
You've been how old are you? And I'm gonna tell you, now I'm 47.
39.
I've never in the career of me, or me being a child, have I ever seen somebody storm and kill people in the Capitol. Never seen people get killed with and I never seen nobody ever attack the Capitol till last year was the first time. I don't remember anybody I know of who ever.
Y'all don't want to understand that the Democrats had this all plotted out. They made it
Are
seem.
you understand? Are you understanding the first and the first? Well, that might. You know what? I won't say it's the first because we wasn't around back in the 1800s or 1700s. But the first one I seen, the first time I seen anyone attack the government, but you know it's illegal, right? You know it's illegal to attack the government, correct?
Well, that's pretty interesting because I thought we had the right to overthrow the government if the government didn't do what we needed it to do for us.
No,
So how
no,
are they
that's
going to make it
treason.
illegal?
That's treason as insurrection.
So hold on a
Yeah,
second.
back
We
in the
have the
day.
right to overthrow the government, but then it's treason if we try? That's interesting.
I was in the military. You could be hanged for treason, and back in the day, they actually did hang you for treason and desertion. So
What I'm saying is that-
back in the day, it was the punishment was. I mean, I looked at some of the records of some of the soldiers. Some soldiers were hanged and executed for treason and desertion. They don't do that no more.
Karimo, the government should not have that kind of power over the people.
I never thought anybody would even have the audacity, and that's what audacity big, to even attack the vice president was at work. Somebody attacked the vice president. Somebody attacked Congress.
All
Do
of
you
this was planned
understand the
by the
meaning of
Democrats.
that?
You're not understanding. Like, it was all planned by the Democrats. They planned all
Do
of
you
this.
understand the meaning of that? Did you see so you seen the video of who was there? The flags? Did you see the flags there?
Democrats planned it all. Hold
So
on,
those
hold
was
on,
all
hold on.
Democrats. Those was all Democrats in Congress.
They planned all of that. They went to any extent to
Hey,
make
you
that
know what?
election.
You know what? I
Why was always
think.
going crazy?
I guess you feel how you feel, and
course.
hey, I guess that's just how some people look at it. I don't know. I guess you could hot and cold. It
When
depends
I
on
lived in
who
New
you
York,
are.
I was Democratic all the way. Okay? I didn't start changing my views until I came out to the South. Do you know why that is?
What ethnic group are you?
Huh? Well, I'm Puerto Rican.
You're Puerto Rican.
You know why I was able to start changing my views? Because I stopped watching the fucking news. I stopped watching the news. I stopped watching CNN and all these.
I thought they said Puerto Ricans are lazy. They should take care of themselves. They should fix the problem. Do you remember when they didn't have water? You remember when they didn't have food? You remember that they turned it back on Puerto Rico?
I don't care what they did with Puerto Rico. Let me tell you something. I'm Puerto Rican by blood, but I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm American.
I thought you was Puerto Rican.
I am. By blood. I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm an American.
So you so when they said that Puerto Rico should fend for themselves and that the governor was stupid, I think the video. I still got the video.
I'll be honest with you.
I've been to Puerto Rico.
I don't think
before.
America should worry about any other country other than their own. America should only worry about America.
Puerto Rico is America.
Puerto Rico is a province of the United States. I mean,
Exactly.
granted, the government shouldn't have
America.
taken over Puerto Rico to begin with. I don't think we had a right to go into their country and take over their country.
So we should kick out all the Puerto Ricans. They should be banned.
No, I'm not saying that.
So you Puerto Rican. So everybody, y'all should be all sent back to Puerto Rico. That's what you. I don't get it. I don't know.
U.S. territory.
Yeah,
That's
it's U.S.
confusing.
territory. Puerto Rico is U.S. territory. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah,
at
it's
one
the
point in
US.
time, Puerto Rico was independent. It wasn't part of America. It became part of America because America took it over. But this is going back to like when they first founded, when they first founded America, all these territories they took over by doing genocide. America has a long history of genocide. Puerto Rico at one point in time was an independent country, and America took them over. They fought for their independence, it's not like they just gave Puerto Rico to America. They had people in Puerto Rico who fought off America to be independent. They didn't want America coming over and taking over their country. I'm gonna clean just enough so that I have what I need to do the cooking. I think I already cleaned up. And then I'll do the rest later. I should do it all now, but time. Time is of the essence and time is running out. Or maybe I'll cook it and then eat and then I'll finish the rest. Then we put water in here. This is for the sauna, when I go to the sauna today. And I gotta put fresh lemon in there. I'm gonna tell you this, Karimo. What this election showed me is that these politicians are willing to do anything. They'll take away all your rights in order to win. I've never saw so much censorship of speech in my life. People getting banned from platforms if they say anything that goes against their agenda. That's not the American way. The American way is to allow everyone to have their ideals and speak them freely. But anyone who spoke against the Democratic agenda got banned. People who were YouTubers, famous YouTubers, were demonetized. That's their way of living. They took away people's way of surviving. And if that's the kind of people you want to follow, that's on you. But y'all need to open up your eyes and really see what happened in this situation. Maybe it's beneficial to you now because, y'all gave into the hype. Y'all want these Democrats to win and take over.
Shunshun's 95 said, what cooking law? Grinning face was
I'm gonna make some bacon.
hungry. Trophy Boost said, in 1898, America won the Spanish-American War to acquire Puerto Rico.
Yeah. In this election that just happened, guys, like, these Democrats were relentless. Okay? They literally, like, I watched YouTubers who were conservative or Republican.
Trophy Boost said, they were never independent nor fought for independence.
Puerto Rico was independent. Puerto Rico was an independent country. They were 100% independent. And when their country was overrun, they fought. They fought for their independence. They just lost.
Trophy Boost said, they were a Spanish-owned country. Shunshun's 95 said, I swear we think a lot alike.
Wait a minute. I'm confused now.
Trophy Boost said, like most of the Caribbeans coming to the end of slavery.
These limes are not juicing. They're like no juice in them whatsoever. Oh God. I'm gonna have to just juice the lemons regular. These peel things aren't working for me. I'll suck on these later. Where's the garbage? Alright, let me make my meal. Let me make my meal. This is for the sauna room when I go to the gym today. I'm gonna put this inside the freezer.
Trinity said, yeah, they were owned by Spain.
At some point in time, Puerto Rico was an independent country, guys. They weren't always owned by something. They were independent at some point in time. I don't know specifically when in history, but I know that they were independently owned at some point in time in history.
Trophy Boost said, never ever ever independent.
That doesn't make any
Trinity
sense.
said, they were never indie.
That does not make any sense.
Ever.
Nope, makes no sense. They're an island. In order to have been conquered, somebody traveled on a boat and went to their island. So at some point in time, these were independent natives.
Check the internet wall.
The internet's not always right about everything, guys. Come on,
Trophy
that's not
Boost said, or any history book.
Yeah, but history is also subjective, right? What we're taught in history is what they want us to believe.
Bro, there's no point of even going on about it, bro. Trophy Boost said, or any don't know if you stuck on her answer. Trophy booth said, or at least Puerto Rican.
I hear what you guys are saying, but that means we are trusting blindly that what they teach us in history is true. You don't think that people who are in charge are gonna want you to believe what they want you to believe? You think that the people in charge are gonna tell you the truth? You can't trust these politicians. You can't trust.
Trinity said, but do your own research as well.
For what?
Trophy.
No, I agree. You should always do your own
don't
research.
care about facts, and you're misleading people with non-facts like the Republican Party law.
No, that's not true. So what's fact exactly? Is fact what you're told? Do you think that human beings are innocent?
Trinity said, Trophy said you want the smoke right now.
Do you think human beings are innocent and pure? What happens when you give somebody power? What happens to most people when you give them power over something? What do they do? Are they good? Do they do good things when they have power? Or do their animal instincts come out? The evil that's deep down inside of their soul, does that come out? When somebody writes a history, they write it in their perspective, or just blatantly lies. Because once you convince a mass of people to believe something, then it's accepted as being fact. But just because America has taught you American history doesn't mean that the way they described it is how things happen. Look at what happened in the Holocaust with the Jews, right? Didn't Germany say it didn't happen? Didn't Germany put in their history books that never occurred? But then you had all these Jews who could testify that it did.
But you can also do your own research about it.
Yes, that's true. That's very true, Trey. Let me put this to bed. I don't trust anything that's been taught in history. Not anymore. I used to.
Trinity said the Holocaust 1 million% happened.
Say that again, Trey. That what?
Jean-Jean 95 said no. Moji Trinity said the Holocaust 1 million% happened.
The Holocaust 1 million%? All right, I don't know what I'm talking about now.
Said yes.
Oh, the Holocaust. The Holocaust. Okay.
WTF.
Yes. What I'm saying, Trey, is the point that I'm making because of what Shane said, right? She said history teaches you something, right? Just look at history or look at what the teachers tell you, right? What I'm saying is that anyone who runs a government or who is in power can change history. They can do it within a generation. They just change the words in a book. That's it. So whereas Germany said,
Are we not believing in the Holocaust now?
No.
Yes, that one face with tears of joy, grinning face with squinting eyes.
I'm saying that Germany denied the Holocaust happened, right? They taught their people that it didn't happen. But it did happen. And we know it happened because people, one, they produced evidence that it happened. And two, there were survivors that talked about it, right? And when you have people in power, they can change your history. And you accept history for being what it is.
Say, hello there, Little Red Riding Hood.
Thank you, Ultraviolet. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Just the same way that the Germans said, oh, no, we didn't do this atrocity. It's the same way America could turn around and say, yeah, this is how things happen. When it really didn't. When you think of America, guys, think about murder. Because that's what America did. America came into these lands and killed all of the Native Americans and took over their land.
We used to create you feel me.
Here's your reminder.
Don't give America credit.
Throw links to my website for all of your credit cards.
One trip.
America is not good.
He has for go what?
Here's your reminder. Add on and throw links to my website for all of my credit cards, cash apps, web.
History, as we know it, may not be the actual history. It's a narrative. It's a narrative that's put into your mind as a propaganda tactic. They teach the children young so that they can be brainwashed. So you can't believe what they're teaching you in history. It's not accurate. They say that America was discovered. America wasn't discovered. America was overtaken. You had a bunch of Europeans who came on boats, saw this land, wanted it, and they killed all of the natives and took it over. But that's not the way they teach you history. So why trust history if you know that they lie? Why do I sound like Cardi B? I don't know why you think I sound like Cardi B. Why you can't just say I sound like myself?
Trophy boost say, if you can't trust history, how do you know Puerto was independent?
I know Puerto Rico was independent because my aunt told me so. I had a great-great-grandmother. Ow! Real history is carried on by the generations of the people. It's not taught to you by the government. So when you come across somebody's like diary, for instance, that girl Anne, who was the girl who wrote that diary? Anne Frank.
130 my heart has no.
She doesn't have to be 130 years old. She just has to carry on the history from her grandmother or her great-grandmother.
World history is not owned by America.
History is owned by the governments that run the different countries. American history is run by America, and the rest of the history is run by the rest of the world.
Another record.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. All right. So you all know about that incident in China where the guy like stood up to the Chinese government that disappeared. There's a bunch of that leaking on the internet.
Has the same record.
If you ask Chinese citizens about it, they don't know. Whew. Oh my goodness, this thing is like, too hot. Let go of that. You know, America doesn't really understand what true, like, dictatorship is. Go to freaking China and see what these people go through there.
They also documented the events of the America Spanish War of 1898.
What I'm saying, darling, is the documentation that you have, it's an agenda. It's propaganda. They're going to put in history books what they want you to believe. They're not putting facts in any history book. They're only putting what they want you to believe is true. I made this bacon way too crispy. That was not intentional, but I took so long washing those dishes that.
Said it is not propaganda.
Absolutely, it's propaganda.
The government lied about losing a war.
It's 100% propaganda. History has always been propaganda. Now in order to use propaganda tactics, they use social media. They use media and social media. The government's always using propaganda to control you. Always. And they start when you're a child.
Spain benefit from this.
World powers benefit, the leaders benefit financially. They don't worry about their people in the country. They worry about their bank accounts. Money can corrupt just about anybody.
Hey,
Hi, CX. How are you?
I'm alright today.
Good. Thank you for joining my stream.
Say again.
Thank you for joining my stream.
Of course. I've been trying to get your attention, but I guess you couldn't see my comment.
1 second. 1 second. I can't hear you. There's noise going on. Oh my God. Ooh. Lord Jesus is making fought back. I rinsed my hands out. I touched it. I rinsed my hands out.
What you cooking before you head out?
I'm making bacon, bacon croissant, almond butter jelly, bacon croissant, and eggs. Let me hit the big button.
Oh.
From losing weight, Spain benefited financially from this. They are a monarch. They look weak. My darling, I'm not talking about the country itself. I'm talking about the political leaders. Political leaders always gain wealth. And there are many people who are willing to sell out their nation for wealth. They will let their people starve so they can live in a mansion.
Oh, you is funny. She talking about stars. Yeah. We see it going on. Oh, you're making me hungry.
There are countries who will let their people starve to death, literally starve to death.
Yeah.
Or die of dehydration. But their most wealthy have humongous swimming pools. There are countries, even America does this, that pass laws where farmers can cultivate water for their crops.
You see my message?
You don't have to send me a private DM. I didn't do it. Don't trust the government. That's what I'm telling you. They don't have your best interests at heart. The people who run the government only have their interests at heart. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They care about themselves. And anybody that speaks out against them, if they become too powerful, they will end them. I can say what I'm saying now because they don't take me seriously. But the moment I have any influence on the American people, I'll be assassinated. If someone has enough political influence, they will find a way to ruin them. Hence what they did to Donald Trump. Think of the government as being a society of, what do you call that? When those societies that they call cults. Think of it as being a cult. If you're not part of their little cults, and you're not down with their rules and their regulations, I know y'all think that I'm some crazy conspiracy theorist, but it's always the crazy conspiracy theorists that turn out to be right. You're gonna see one day, maybe not today, but you'll see one day when the truth does come out. Then you're gonna be like, oh shit, Essence was actually right. Oh my goodness. So I love bacon, but I don't like to really make it because bacon has a kickback. Like it doesn't just let you have it. You gotta really work for making this bacon. Burning me up. Who alienated the people? My dogs are going crazy right now.
Trump said Trump alienated the people.
No, he didn't. That is bullshit. That was the Democrats. They were the ones alienating people by putting propaganda in the social media. Social media and, and regular media.
Trump said so he lost the election at all levels.
Nope. That is not what happened.
Trump said he made people like you not believe in facts.
Nope. That's also not true.
Trump said, therefore undermine the logical thinker.
Listen here. The only ones who's not logical are the people who allowed themselves to get brainwashed.
Trump said, the whole world saw the country as a joke.
And who do you blame that on? Which party was publicizing this on their platforms? Which party was doing that?
Said, Democrats exist only in the U.S.
Which party in America was publicizing these things on their news media outlets?
Trophy Boost said, the world thought for itself.
No. People were brainwashed. And that's what they do with media. They brainwash you. Nobody looks at the facts when somebody's telling you something is true. You take it for verbatim that's the fact. And
Trophy Boost said, you were brainwashed.
nope, totally not. I'm more enlightened than anyone could ever think. This whole entire election really showed me how corrupt politicians are and the extent they're willing to do to maintain power. That running the government has nothing to do with wanting to do right by the people. Running the government has to do with them acquiring more power and more wealth. They're not trying to be in power because they want to help you.
Sounds like something a brainwashed person would say.
Well, you sound like something that a brainwashed person would say. So I guess we're just going to have to agree to disagree, dear. I sound brainwashed to you, and you sound brainwashed to me. And that's exactly what they wanted to happen. They wanted everyone fighting against each other, saying the next person's brainwashed.
Natural Foods about selling my products. This is a reminder. Send email to Farmers Natural Foods about selling my products.
This election showed me that these politicians will stop at nothing to gain power. And if they're willing to stop at nothing to gain power, you have to question why. Did they really go through all this because they want to help Americans? Did they? Or do they have self-interest in mind? Or you think it's because they love you? You think they want to make Americans happy, right? No. They don't give a fuck about you or anybody else. They'll give you plenty government money. Oh yeah. It's called appeasing the masses. When people get handouts and handouts and handouts, they don't ask questions. They don't want people asking questions. They're going to give you everything you ask for. You're going to see. When we end up being like China, Then one day Americans are gonna look back. Well, they wouldn't even. By then, Americans will be so goddamn brainwashed. They wouldn't even know what freedom is anymore. Alrighty. Let's get the. Oh my god, more mess to clean though. More mess to clean. I'll tell you what, when I lived in New York, I was brainwashed. I was hella brainwashed when I lived in New York. You couldn't tell me nothing about nothing. Whatever the Democrats said, I believed. When I saw that news, I believed everything that was said in that news. I took everything for fact. And then I realized, that's not fact. The things they're telling you aren't fact. You gotta find your own facts. You can't trust what they're telling you in the news. You can't trust it. They lie. Oh my god, that croissant tastes so good. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to make my eggs. Oh, how am I gonna do this? I don't want to put this bacon grease in here. I'll just do it. No one knows how much calories I'm about to put in my body right now. Did I not clean the spatula? Bacon. I made all the bacon way too crispy. I like tender bacon. So now it's going to be hard to eat the sandwich.
Hey,
Hi, Corey.
how you doing?
I guess I'm doing okay. We just had a wicked debate just now. I was told that I'm brainwashed, and I told the person that she's brainwashed. Karimo
Did
came
they
on
take
here.
how you were brainwashed?
Karimo came on here, and you know how Karimo always wants to talk about politics? Well, we started to change. And you know me, I'll just speak my mind. So I went on ranting and raving about how you can't trust the government or what you see in the news because it's propaganda, and how you can't trust what they teach you in history because that's a lie. And then I was told that I'm brainwashed, and I told that person she's the brainwashed one. And I said that's how it works. I said I think you're the brainwashed one. You think I'm the brainwashed one. So let's just agree to disagree.
Well,
Karima was saying how now that crap, I broke my egg. Karima was saying how do you notice that there's peace in America now? That's what he was saying.
he notices what?
That there's peace in America now. That there's no more Black Lives Matter riots. There's no more of that stuff going on. And I told him, do you think that's a coincidence?
Actually, Black Lives Matter seems to be a little bit more stronger than ever.
You seen people take over towns and cities?
What you don't see is the rioting because you don't have a certain leaders stirring up
Nope.
trouble. I hate to say that.
You don't see any rioting because they're not putting it in the news anymore. They just don't want people seeing that it's happening. That's why you're not seeing rioting.
No,
You're not seeing that it's
I
happening.
mean, you sit here. We just got through finished with the Derek Chauvin trial, where he was found guilty for the death of George Floyd. You know, so I mean, believe me, people were ready to riot if the verdict had been different, but
And why should they?
it was.
If they found him innocent, why should they riot?
It was, huh?
If he was found innocent, why should they riot? Don't they trust the judicial system to make the right decision?
No,
Alrighty.
not typically.
Huh?
But this is
So
the
they
first
only trust
time-
it if the verdict is in their favor.
And this is why I wrote history was made when the verdict was dropped. I wrote history was made, and you know, the thing is you gotta wait, what now, 7 weeks for sentencing? But the point of the matter is the rioting, the protesting, it's like what Dr. Martin Luther King said. It's the language of those who feel they have been mostly unjust, and so, and the language of the suppressed. So it would have been justified if they rioted, but what you're starting to see is America say enough is enough.
Interesting.
And that's a good thing. That's a very good thing.
Nope. Don't agree with it.
Huh?
I don't think anyone should have the right to be like, oh, if you find a person innocent, we're going to riot and tear everything down. That doesn't make any sense. It's not up to them to decide. It's up to the jury. It's up to the judge. And whatever decision they make is the
I will
decision
put
they
it
make.
this way. If somebody, hold on, my time's about to come up.
Yeah,
I'm going to
but-
come back in and finish this.
I did. Okay.
Yeah, you did. If someone unjustly kneeled on one of your kids' neck for over 9 minutes, and they, oh man, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Yeah, but I haven't been on here in a while. Let's just be real. Yep.
Hold on, guys. I need to get the other thing.
How you doing, Doc? Yeah. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. I've been taking time off, so
Time off for the stream or time off for work?
no, just time off from POF. Like in general, this when I had notifications on, this is time consuming. You should read what Doc just said about you.
Doctor, you still fat too. Just because you showed me a picture where you having all those muscles, don't mean you're still not fat. You still fat, doctor.
Oh, that reminds me. Hold on.
Doctor's a fat boy too. And
That's for you.
thank you, Corey. And I'm still gonna be a fat girl right now because I'm about to eat this bacon sandwich. And I'm about to love it. I got some eggs and I got a bacon sandwich and I got side of bacon. Well, I'm sorry that I don't have a home gym, doctor.
Oh, wow. Which, are you still going to the gym?
I do,
I've
but not
been-
as
it's so many questions I've been meaning to ask you.
not as frequently as I should. I go to the gym, doctor. I've been focusing on my hold on a second, guys. Housekeeping. Hi, housekeeping.
She probably has been eating fried food.
I've been focusing on getting my pet sitting and my babysitting business up and running. I'm supposed to be going. Yes, I have been, Nick. I'm supposed to be going today to speak with Tanya's mother's business partner about the rental, so I can have the rental space for my daycare. And oh God, guys, Corey, you've been gone for a while, so you haven't met Tanya yet. I don't think you met Tanya yet. But I'm gonna tell y'all, Tanya needs some help, man. She does. My friend needs help. McMarion and I are very friends with
I see it, Doc. It caught my eye too.
I can't see what y'all saying because you're too far. So Corey, can you read what he said?
Huh?
Can you read what he
I'm
said?
sorry. I'm looking at Doc. Doc made a point, but I'm all right with it because you have a great metabolism and you work out constantly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that the plate does look a little over portion size.
Yeah. I have side bacon sandwich, and eggs.
Oh my goodness, Doc, he's lighting you up. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna laugh when you read some of these comments.
I can't read it because it's too far away. I can't see it.
Yeah.
I can bring you guys closer. Hold on. The reason why I put you guys so far away is because I needed to charge the devices. They were dying.
I don't know. Now correct me if I'm wrong. Are you in a new place or you just redecorated the room?
I redecorated.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch of new equipment for streaming, and I made myself a makeshift green screen, which I'm gonna take down and tape together. And I got myself portable things for streaming in the house, and I got myself this whole getup that I'm using now, so I can stream when I go to the gym. But I use it else when because today I was gonna go into the backyard and I was gonna dig up some dirt, so I was gonna bring you guys out there with me to do that. That's why I put it on here instead of doing it on the streaming station where I would just sit still in the chair.
Hey, Nick do be doing it. I believe you, Doc. So doctor says Nick just be kicking her out of different rooms.
No.
Well,
Stop being a troublemaker, doctor. Oh my God. These eggs are tasting like heaven right now.
I don't know. I thought they got better a little bit, doctor. Alright, so Doc says Nick be abusing her. I told her to go to a shelter, and when I said that I thought it got better, he said nope. So, I don't know. But are you still? I gotta ask her one more question because this is my time to catch up with her because I don't know when I will see you guys again.
I've been here today. You're not coming on now.
Huh?
I've been sending blasts. saying that I'm going online.
Okay. What are you studying?
No, I said I send blasts. Like when I'm going to go online, I send blasts. You know
Oh, class. I thought you said you were taking a class. I was like, oh, okay. That's a good direction to go in.
There's a program here that's local that they pay for your college degree, but they haven't opened up the agency back. It's a not-for-profit.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, while you don't have your kids and, you know, while you're doing a whole lot, you know, this would be the time to go ahead and try to finish up with your education and see if your college credits would transfer and stuff. Remember,
It's not
you
that I
know,
don't want to do that, but I need an income.
huh?
I need an income, like I need to make money. And that prioritizes an education. It's not that I don't want to continue my education, I do. But number one, an education is going to cost me money.
Yeah, I mean, but it's an investment into your life, though.
But I don't have enough stableness in my life in order to do that.
Loser.
They have grants out there. They have government money. Same government you have trouble trusting, but they do have. See, you're in a unique situation. That's all. I'm a doctor. I know you. Yeah, I know, man. I'm just sitting here saying she's in a unique situation where she's working from home. You got the perfect opportunity to go back to school if you wanted to.
No, I do not. That's what I'm going to say about that.
And you're smart too because you got multiple streams of income, coming in. I don't know.
I've been focusing on building my daycare and my doggy business. So first I upgraded all my streaming stuff. Y'all can't see it right now, but I got this streaming station where it has the lighting and all these different things so I can hold my computer on there, the microphone, all of that, the camera, everything. And it has wheels, I can drag this thing around the house. I got this getup that I'm using now with all the adapters so I can travel portably. I did that first, and now I've been focusing on advertising this doggy business. I'm about to shell out $1,000 to advertise on a radio station for it. The place that I'm gonna rent, the woman said she'll charge me $500 a month for rent, for the rental space. But I gotta renovate it. And I gotta get all the gear inside. I gotta pay for the license to run a daycare. It's a lot that I've been doing. That's why you guys haven't been seeing me.
Hey. So doctor says, dude, she don't take advice, and he also said
That's not true.
she'd rather try get rich scams.
How is trying to start a daycare center and a doggy walking business a get rich scam? I don't ever do any get rich scams. Ever. Never.
Well, look, I'm just trying to say is that you're very talented. You have a mind. You have a mind like none I've seen before. It goes a mile a minute, but I promise you, it takes you a bunch of different places. And so, I'm sitting here saying, like, man, if you ever did finish up your education, you'd be a bad woman.
Corey, I have a degree. It's called a graphic design degree. I did graphic design for 6 years.
And see, the thing is like you've already been in college before. You have college credit.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't even if you, and this is just a thought for you, even if you started out doing a class a semester, you would be like slowly working your way on up there.
I can't focus on college until I have a set income where I don't have to worry about surviving. I need to get myself financially stable to a point that I can support my own self and I don't have the stress of worrying about what is going to happen to me tomorrow. I'm not at that point yet.
It depends on what the credits are, Doc. I mean, some credits can be transferred.
Well, the prerequisite credits I want to transfer. I gotta take a
No, he was just saying if it's over 5 years, it's no good. Credits can't be transferred.
They can if you have a degree. They cannot take your credits. Did they change the law? They must have changed the law.
I'm not sure. I mean, Doc will probably know more than me, to be honest with you, when it comes down to that. And I'm not sure how that really rolls out, but you know, if you have, you know, and I don't know how long it's like. Essence, how long has it been since you've been in school?
I finished my degree in 2007.
Okay, so since 2007, you.
No, I went back to school to pursue my second degree in web design, but then I got pregnant with my son, and I put that on hold. And then, after having my son, when my son was 4, I did my medical certifications. So I did medical billing and coding, medical administrative assistant, phlebotomy, and EKG technician. I got the certification for that. But those certifications had to get recertified every 2 years or something, and I didn't recertify them. I went to school for a year for that, instead of going back to college to get a degree in it, because it would have took me 2 to 3 years to finish the degree. I did a certification.
So you have a degree and a certification.
I have many certifications.
Okay. All right. You know, and so my thing is like, I don't know, man. To me, like, despite everything that you're going through with your kids, like, there's a lot out there for you.
Corey, until this is over, the only thing I can do is be an entrepreneur. Because the way this little hick town fucked me over, there's no regular work for me anymore. So I have to be an entrepreneur.
I mean, and granted, I understand that you had a situation where, you know, your kids are claiming neglect, but that has nothing to do with your personal character. Or whether somebody would hire you or
Please
not.
pay up tags from my stream and my platforms Twitch,
Sorry.
YouTube, Scott.
2 months ago, I tried to get onto the army
Here's
base.
your reminder.
Hold on.
Print out pay up tags from my stream and my platforms Twitch, YouTube, Scott.
I tried to get onto the army base so I can be an extra on a TV show. I couldn't get on. They said the FBI has me listed as a convicted felon in their database. That's the kind of shit I've been dealing with living in this little hick town. So, how do you think I'm finding a regular job? Everything I've ever done is either working with children or in law enforcement. Graphic design for 6 years. I did that for 6 years. Well, all my other professions, I mean, granted, I was a receptionist before, like I've done that kind of work. But the majority of my work history is in law enforcement and in childcare. Some form of childcare.
Right. And I see what you're saying, and Doc, I see what you're saying. Doc says only her son will be eligible to come home, daughter is 17, so she can choose not to live with her. In Georgia, 16-year-old kids choose their living arrangements. So that's what the good doctor said. Now, this is what I want to say. Okay, even if you are listed as a convicted felon,
Which I'm not. I'm not a convicted felon. But go on.
there are, I mean, just the fact that you are a college-educated woman still opens up doors for you.
Corey.
I mean, you can easily get a customer service job.
Wow.
Man,
I'm gonna
you-
pretend like all of a sudden there's
Decent
no.
money,
Maybe that's
man.
how
I don't know. there are jobs for you. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not even a college educated. I'm not a person with a degree. Let me say that. I am a college educated person. I did go to college. I did not get my degree. But I can tell you this, and as a person who has gone to jail, I went to jail, I wasn't a convicted felon, but I went to jail for driving with a suspended license. So that's on my record, and I have to put that down whenever I go on these interviews and stuff like that. But the point is that as long as you're not there for being a violent person or being a thief, most of the times you can find a good job, even if you are a convicted felon for something else you
I
did.
am not a convicted felon. They have me listed as one, and I am not a convicted felon. And they have me listed as one for something violent. So I'm done with working for someone else. Doctor thinks that I'm always trying to get rich things.
Wait a minute, what do they have? Well, what specifically do they have you convicted as a convicted felon for? Let's just end the debate.
I can't say that.
You can't say that. Why? And I'm sorry to be all up in your tea, but let's just be real here. This is, if you're already convicted.
I'm not convicted, Corey. That's what I'm saying. They have me listed as if I was convicted.
Okay.
I have not been convicted of anything. I haven't even been indicted of anything.
Okay, that's kind of where you lose me at.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you, Corey. What this hick town has done to me. So when you do,
Doctor, you're a lawyer. Can they do that?
they did it. What do you want me to say? If I go apply for a job, it comes up in my history. That's why I lost my job as an Uber driver and a Lyft driver and Postmates. This is what the guy told me when I went to go to the army base.
Here's a reminder. Make Facebook Market page. Here's a reminder. Make Facebook Market page.
I somewhat explained to him the situation. I didn't give him all the details, but this is what he said. He said, sweetheart, he said 99.9% of the time, if this is in the FBI database, it's because it's true. It's most likely not a mistake. And I looked him in the eyes and I said, look at me in my eyes when I'm telling you this. I have not even been indicted of anything, yet alone convicted of any crimes. And he said, sweetheart, there's nothing more I can do. If they have you listed in the FBI database as a convicted felon, that is what it is. You're listed as a convicted felon. And this was the army base.
Yeah. So did you sign something? Did you take a plea deal or something? You can sit here and say you haven't whipped through anything, but something had to happen.
Corey, I'm telling you that I did not sign any documentation. I did not make any plea bargains.
Oh my goodness. Hey, our old friend New Life Old World is in here, man. He says they're blackballing you. Doc says, that you're charged with state and federal crimes.
Well, it just is what it is. I'm telling you what happened. So it's not like I haven't been applying for jobs. I've applied for jobs. They have to do a background check on you. And this keeps coming up. So that's why I'm starting my own business. I'm like, all right, fuck y'all. You're not going to make me break. I'm going to go on here. I do my OnlyFans. I do my night flirt. I do my streaming. I babysit children. I walk dogs. I'm going to make money. You're not going to make me fold and plea bargain when I'm innocent. See, there you go. She's in a national database. So when I'm applying for jobs, it keeps coming up. And people looking at me like I'm crazy. That's what I've been going through. So doctor's talking about that I'm trying to get rich schemes. No, I'm not. This work may be scandalous to some, but this is legitimate work. I could be out there prostituting myself. I could be out there robbing or stealing or doing internet fraud, but I'm not doing that. The state attorney, I don't know. My eyes are starting to like really get burning over here. D3 says he has a job. Oh, 1 second, guys. I don't know. What did I just put in my face? Oh, God, that is not nice.
Doc, yeah, you wild, man.
So let me tell you how unfortunate I've been in this situation, right? The judge, the family judge, hooked me up with a really good defense attorney. Because he wanted to help me get out of this situation. Right? He kind of saw the bullshit for what it was. The family judge saw it. Oh, God, my fucking eyes are burning right now. Hold on, guys. I need a towel or something because this is not...
Doc said you got grease in your eye.
I guess that's what it is because it's burning really bad and it won't stop burning. Holy
Well,
moly.
when my time goes up, I'm gonna be in the room still for as long as I can, but my battery is about to die.
The family judge appointed me a really good defense attorney who was actually going to care about my case. That motherfucker died. So now I have a college graduate or a new graduate who just came out of law school, this young black dude who does not give a fuck about my situation, who literally said, just plea bargain. Plea bargain. This is what he said.
What about the attorney that studied up under the guy? You know, they have associates there that study their cases.
I did rinse out my eyes with water on your life. It's feeling better now. What I'm saying is the lawyer that was going to help me is dead now. And the new lawyer does not give a fuck. He's like, just plea bargain and go on probation. That's it. That's what he's saying.
Damn. Hey, I'm going to put it to you like this. I don't even want to talk about this shit on this shit because you don't know who's watching. But I'm going to tell you straight up. How the fuck you think he died?
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Coincidence, right?
Well, he dead. That lawyer's dead.
Say what?
He's dead. My other lawyer said, I'm so sorry that your lawyer died. And I was like, my lawyer's dead? What the fuck?
Check this out. This is what you need to do. You need to find out who was studying on this lawyer or the lawyer that you was about to be appointed to, the one that passed away. You need to find out who he knows or if you can get into that circle or find out some contacts of what he knows or what he did know or they say is a good lawyer or whatnot, what have you. That's what you need to do. Or you need to represent yourself or study up on this situation.
Are you kidding
Represent
me? If
yourself.
I represent myself, my ass would be in jail.
Represent yourself. Study up on
You
this
lying.
situation.
I cannot represent myself. I will get myself fucking incarcerated.
No, only thing you have to do is study up, like you study up everything
Nope.
about makeup and putting all these types of things together
Listen
and
here.
genres and stuff, and you doing all
I
this
can
other
make
stuff.
natural products and I can sell that, but I cannot defend myself in
You will
court.
be amazed. You will be amazed. You have to look at it first. You have to look at it first.
You lied. I had a case with the family judge, and I said some shit that got him very upset. I have a tendency of making judges want to fucking kill me. And I know this from experience, because I've been in and out of court with child support, restraining orders. I have a history of court where judges fucking hated my guts. And let me tell you, they never voted in my motherfucking favor. No, they most certainly did not.
That's why you're supposed to look it up for yourself. That's why you're supposed to do it for
I
yourself.
can't represent my own self in court. I will fucking persecute myself if I represent
No, you
myself
won't
in court.
persecute yourself. Not if you're studying it. Not if you're sitting down studying it in the lab. You
And-
won't persecute yourself.
Well, maybe if I've
Not
been
if you
studying it
sitting
this whole
back, not
entire
if you
time, I would
sitting
have
back
a heads
watching
up
Law
on it.
and
but-
Order. Not if you opening up a law book and cracking up a couple of law books.
Well, that has not been happening in
You
life.
keep doubting yourself. You keep doubting yourself.
Absolutely.
That's the
I
main
don't
thing
think
you
that I
shouldn't
can
do.
defend myself in a
You say,
court.
I do this. No, you have to try. Try. You said, like you said yourself, you've been in the system. You've been in and out of court. You need to try.
You like-
sit down, relax, and try.
When I
Just
tried
stop
to
saying
leave New York with my daughter,
stop,
right?
quit.
I tried to
Quit,
leave New York
stop.
with my daughter. I saved the $15,000. My sister saved the $15,000. She had already moved to Florida. We were gonna put our money together to put a down payment on the house. I was going back and forth in court with my daughter's father, and I was trying to get permission to leave the state. Okay? Guess what? That motherfucking judge didn't want to have it. Her ass gave this motherfucker visitation every fucking Friday. Visitation he never showed up to. But do you know why that happened? Because she didn't like the way I spoke. Simply put, you hear this accent? You hear the way I speak? Judges don't like that shit. It's too ghetto for them. Because they're all fucking pritsy witsy on their fucking pedestal thinking they're gods. Okay? So no, I cannot represent myself.
I understand that. But you have listen, man. You have to play by their rules. I understand it. I know it probably sucks. But you gotta do what you have to do to make it through this thing called life sometimes. I mean, it's just
I'm gonna
simple
tell
as
y'all
that.
this.
It's just simple as
I
that.
count the days that I have left. I count them. Because I will not go to jail. I will not. That's all I'm going to say on that. I refuse to.
Just try to study. Look up what you're going through. Look up, the internet is right there in front of your face. You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. I promise you. You'll thank me later. You'll say he told me the truth.
I pretty
I'm telling
much
you.
come to accept my
I'm
fate in
telling
the
you.
situation. It's in God's hands, really. You know, whatever's meant to be is going to be. That's just what it is. So I just continue doing what I do. Right now, I'm starting my doggy business. I've made about 6,000 flyers, which I'm going to be handing out in all the local businesses. I've been doing that. I make partnerships with the local businesses in my area where they give my flyer out to their clients. When they have clientele, they're handing out my flyers to their clients. What I'm trying to do now is get onto that army base, which I'm not allowed to go onto,
Check my reminders
so that I
on
can
my
put my
phone's
flyers there
iPad
because that's
and
where my
MacBook.
clientele is going to be. My clientele is going to be all of the people in the military. Hold on a
Check
second.
my reminders on my phone's iPad and MacBook.
My clientele is going to be the people from the military, higher ups from the military, the judges and the lawyers in this area. That's going to be my clientele. They're the ones that I'm aiming towards or targeting because I know that they want to need my services. Somebody's calling. Oh, come on, man. What kind of nonsense is this? How you calling me? You just ringing once and then that's it. Totally lost my train of thought just now. Oh, my clientele. I'm aiming towards the judges, the lawyers, the professionals. The professionals. That's what I'm aiming towards. I'm advertising in these areas. So I'm going to be going into right around the military base. That military base is huge. I'm going to go on the outskirts of that military base for all the people who live off the base. And I'm going to be advertising there. I'm going to be giving my flyers there. Sliding my flyers underneath their doors. And then I'm starting a Facebook market page. I'm really going hard with this because I have to generate a regular income. I do my premium services on my internet, but I'll just be honest with myself. I'm not organized enough. I need someone to either manage me to keep me on point, or I need to do something else that I know I can do and manage myself. And that's going to be childcare and pet sitting. Let me see what you guys have to say. Because I cannot. I'm like sweating so much though. That is true. Doctor, I swear you are too much. Oh my god, I'm like really hot right now, guys. Sweating, like my body's sweating. Like all of it's just sweaty right now. I'm also debating, do I want to head into town or not? Do I feel like I don't have hot flashes? I'm not going through menopause. Nope, not going through menopause. This is not a hot flash. This is not a hot flash whatsoever. This is not a hot flash. No, it's not. The house is just hot. The house is hot. I'm not having a hot flash. I still get my period. I'm not going through menopause. Doctor, I am not. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being 55. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being 55, but I am not 55. You know what? You actually just made a valid point. I just realized the door's closed. Hold on, let me open it. I don't like having the AC on. I like the fresh air. And so I open up all the windows. When I'm in the house, I open up all the windows and I light my candles and my incense when I'm doing my cleaning. I like the fresh breeze to come into the house. I don't like the doors and the windows closed and all you're doing is just breathing in the same circulated air. I like the fresh air coming in here. So I don't run the AC at all. I mean,
I'm reminding you.
I personally won't run the AC. When it's on, it's not because I put it on.
Cards, cash apps, Webble. I'm reminding you.
I gotta make that stop doing that when I'm streaming.
My website for all of my credit cards, cash apps, Webble.
I did that the other night with Alexa. I was playing around with her, and I made all these reminders, but I didn't realize that this is what it was gonna be. They're supposed to come on my watches, and somehow it's going through every single Alexa device. No, doctor. All right, I'm debating now. Do I want to head into town or not? Or just stay here streaming because I can stream for the rest of the night and be content. I'll go get my crochet. I'll sit back and I'll crochet. I'll watch some TV. But I know if I get into town, I'm not coming back home till much later tonight. And then I probably won't do my work. I probably won't get my work done. But if I do head into town, I can re-up the flyers because I know that the places that I left flyers with need more. And actually my ink just came in. I just had like 4 boxes of ink that came in and I just bought more paper to print out more flyers. But I have to redesign the flyers now to incorporate the emails that I just created. I created emails and I created numbers for it. I know I should work out, doctor. I should do that. I should. But working out isn't going to make me money. So I got to advertise my business. So I'm really debating now because I do want to go do that right now, but then I don't because I'm streaming and I'm loving the stream. Like I'm having fun streaming. So it's like, what should I do? What should I do right now? What should I do? other than work out, because working out is not gonna make me any money. I mean, I suppose I can go work out and then bring my iPad, and then on the iPad I could be designing stuff like when I'm doing a treadmill or something. But if I'm going to the gym, honestly, I'm gonna go to enjoy the sauna room. I want to relax in the sauna and just sweat for hours. Not hours, probably 1 hour. Not for many hours, just 1 hour. Doctor, you have many, many things. Many, many things. So I know in life you feel so content. You have a sauna, you have a steam room, you have a gym, you have a inside fireplace, outside fireplace, or you have 3 fireplaces. You have all this money, so you just keep on getting new stuff. Now I need to drink something. Let me get my kombucha. Oh, poops. I need to do something. I'm going to bring you guys lower so you could come closer to me because I don't want to stand. I want to sit. So let's just fix this. This tripod was probably one of the good investments that I've made. Much better. Isn't that? Uh-oh. Okay. Ah, that's so much better. Now I can sit. I can sit and y'all can still see me. Oh, I just did something. I just made it all lopsided. Okay. Thank you for the love, doctor. Where's everything? Where is everything? Everything's just disorganized right now. I have to like redesign these flyers. And it kind of sucks. Like I literally printed out 3,000 flyers, which equals 6,000 flyers because you cut them in half. I cut them in half all by hand. I did them manually. And now I have to add the information that I just created. Like I made a Cash App for the business. I made a Vimo for the business. I had to make a Zelle and PayPal for the business. I made a separate number for the business. Because right now the number that I'm using for the business is the same number that I use for my podcasting. And I realized there should be a separate number. There should be a separate number. I shouldn't have both the numbers for that. So now I have to update these flyers to reflect that new information. So I have 6,000 flyers that I printed, and now I have to print out more with the proper information. So then it makes me wonder, should I change the number or not for the business? I don't know. Let's drink some of this yummy kombucha. Oh no, it's not. Yesterday, guys, when I went to the sauna, I don't know if y'all can see here. You see this little basket over here? I had this little like lunch boxy thing. I put ice cubes in there in like Ziploc bags. I put some sliced lemons, some sliced limes, sliced up oranges. What else I put in there? I made homemade lemonade. And then I had like the 2 water jugs, and then I had all my body butters and everything. I took it with me into the sauna, and I was like giving out ice and lemonade and everything to the ladies in the sauna. We're all sitting down, we're talking, and then like this woman, she came back and she said, "What's your name?" She told me her name, but I don't remember. And she says, "I just want to thank you for being so kind." I was like, oh, you don't have to thank me, dear. That's just the way that I am. You know, because we were all in that sauna just hanging out, just sweating it out. And then everybody's just like, oh, I can't take it. I was like, here you go. Here's some ice. Here, just take this ice. Here, just take some of this lemonade. It was nice. I like going to the sauna. It's very relaxing. Doctor, maybe when I come to visit you, maybe you're gonna end up hogtied in your basement, and maybe I'm gonna take over your house and use your sauna every single day. I'll use your sauna. I'll use your steam room. No basement. So where can I hogtie you? Do you have a what do you call that thing at the top? You have an attic? I'm gonna wait till you're sleeping. Then you're gonna wake up hogtied, and then I'm just gonna take control of your house. What movie did I see? There was a movie I saw recently, something similar to that. It was with Keanu Reeves. I can't remember the name of the movie, but Keanu Reeves was the main actor, and his wife was like away or something, and he was like in the house taking care of work, and then these women knock on the door, and they drove him crazy. They had him tied up and everything. They were doing some crazy stuff to him. So that's where I'll hogtie you, and I'll keep you locked up in your recreation room. And then I'm going to take over your house. I'm going to use your sauna room. I'm going to use your steam room. I'm going to use your hot tub. I'm going to use your fireplaces. And then if your friends come looking for you, I'm going to say I'm the housemaid taking care of your house. And now you're away on vacation. Doctor, you know I'm not really going to do that to you. Stop that nonsense. You know I'm not really going to do that to you. I can't get this kombucha open because it's going to leak. Oh, here we go. Let's improvise right now. Let's improvise. I could just rinse this one out after. This is the little lunch bag thingy that I actually got this from the Fresh Juicery.
Check my to-do list.
Like 2 years ago. The Fresh Juicery is this.
Check my
Oh,
to-do
God.
list.
The Fresh Juicery. Oh my God, I can't open it. The Fresh Juicery is a juice shop that's in 14th Street Union Square. And they make homemade juices. And they make homemade froyo. Oh my God. And what you can do with them is you can do like this membership thing where every month they take a certain amount of money out of your bank account. And if you do that, they give you discounted rates on their froyo and their juices. This is really embarrassing, guys. I have to be right back. I gotta open this and it's not working. I'm gonna go put it underneath the water. Your puppy's in puppy daycare. That's so cute. Doctor, I have no intention of ever dominating you, believe me. I don't want to be dominant anymore. I don't think people understand that. I don't want to be dominant anymore. I want a dominant male in my life. I don't want to be dominant anymore.
Streamlabs say, thank you, MUZAN 988. MUCAN 988 say, hello, mommy.
I'm back.
Here's your reminder. Send email to Farmers Natural Foods about selling my products. Here's your reminder. Send email to Farmers Natural Foods about selling my products.
I had to vibrate Luna because she's out there barking like a crazy dog. Ah, she's like, ah. It's like, Luna, cut that out. This kombucha is going to hit the spot. Munas. Hello, mommy. Mommy as in your actual mommy, or mommy as in the Puerto Rican terminology, mommy? Which mommy are you talking about? Do you actually mean, which one do you mean? Which one do you mean? Because there's mommy, M-A-M-I, and then there's mommy, which is what you just said. So which one is it? Ooh, this kombucha. Guys, kombucha is amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. But it's also carbonated. I don't like carbonated drinks. It's like the only carbonated drink I would ever have. It's the one that I make an exception for. Because after drinking one of these, you are so energized. Your brain is just completely functioning. Totally clear. And these things are better the colder that they are. So right now I have like ice chunks in here. It's heaven right now. Heaven. Oh, I love it. Whew. Whew. to burp like that, but carbonated drink. Whew. This thing is really cold right now. It's really cold. Oh my goodness.
And over to Handhaven, say, hello darling.
Hi, how are you?
And over to Handhaven, say, you with the bloods today?
No, red is my color. I love wearing red. It's my favorite color to wear. I went through stages in life of different colors I liked wearing. At one point in time, it
And
was
over
yellow.
to Handhaven, say, yeah, it fits you. Sparrows, say, hello.
Aw,
Texas
thank
Tools,
you.
say, do you sell Herbalife?
Do I sell Herbalife? No. And thank you for the compliment.
Texas Tools, say, trust. And over to Handhaven, say, what you sipping on?
This is kombucha. And kombucha is something that I drink on a regular basis. It's something I really encourage people to have in their diet. It is a probiotic drink that
Texas
is packed
Tools,
with...
say, Cambodia is a country, right?
Not Cambodia,
And over to
kombucha.
Handhaven, say, looks kind of vegan and GL.
Kombucha. It's a raw... Kombucha is a fermented green tea. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna burp. That has probiotics in it.
Sparrows, say, vegan is good, it's life. And over to Handhaven, say, I'd rather have Cambodia.
Cambooty. I bet you would rather have Cambooty. But I'll stick with my kombucha, thank you very much. This stuff is amazing, guys. Like, I love having health foods that actually work. I wouldn't tell you that it's amazing if I didn't feel that it works, because it's something that I use on myself. Kombucha is amazing. Another thing that I
And
recently
over to
discovered...
Handhaven, say, so what did you do today?
Today I was going to clean the bathroom, but I was supposed to have court. They canceled court. So I was streaming, like I woke up and I started streaming, and I was waiting for court to happen. Court didn't happen. So I just kept streaming, and then I
And over to
did some
Handhaven,
dishes.
say, court what for? Texas Tools,
Family
say,
court.
you going to prison?
I would hope not. I hope that I don't end up going to prison. That would be terrible. It was family court. I have family court today. But they canceled it. It was canceled.
And over to Handhaven, say, number 3 Dominoes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Sparrows, say, I've been in prison.
I would imagine that it's very devastating. I got arrested a few months back, or like, no, a year and a half ago, and it wasn't pretty. It was a horrible experience. I never want to ever experience that again.
Texas Tools, say, I was in a jury once to put some person in prison.
Did you guys put that person in prison?
Texas Tools, say, ye killed her for sure. And over to Handhaven, say, at Texas Tools, you a snitch. Sparrows, say, at Texas Tools, thanks for that.
I think I would never want that responsibility. I would never want to serve on a jury to put someone in prison. I got called for jury duty one time, and it was for the same thing. It was for putting somebody away for murder. And the way the case was, how it went is the person.
And Alfred the Handhaven said, I think Domincius should mob me so I can ban those people LUL.
You want to ban people? No, I let everyone come here so long as they're not saying anything vulgar. When I got called in for jury duty, the case was this man was on trial for murder, right? Because he committed armed robbery with friends, I guess, and one of those friends shot and killed the store clerk or something. And they wanted to put him in prison for murder. And that didn't sit right with me. It just didn't.
Sparrows said, like George Floyd.
No, that's not the same thing.
And Alfred the Handhaven said, R.I.P.
I'm glad they didn't select me for that jury, I'll be honest with you. Because I don't think that I would have been able to render a guilty verdict. I understood that he committed the armed robbery, but I don't think it's fair for him to go to prison for murder if he did not murder someone and somebody else did. But apparently in America, if you're with someone who murdered someone, you're guilty by association.
Yeah, I get that, sis.
Yeah, so they didn't choose me, thank goodness. I'm glad that I didn't get chosen for that jury. But the law is the law.
Sparrows said, that's what the jury is for, right? Texas Tools said, but if you're in the jury, you can say no and he won't be put away.
Well, that's not necessarily true because they have to like reevaluate it again and again until the jury is unanimous. They have to unanimously decide if they find him innocent or guilty. I don't want to be a part of that. I never want the responsibility of taking away a person's freedom. I believe in that too. Yes, I understand. But what I'm saying is, in that case,
Sparrows said, I believe in karma. If you kill someone, then you deserve to go to prison. And Alfred the...
No, I dropped it entirely. I dropped the stream entirely. Oh, wow. This thing really kicked me off my stream. It kicked me off my freaking stream. This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Let's try this again. This thing literally just kicked me off my stream. What is this? Stream manager? Oh no, it didn't kick me off my stream. It did reset itself. Okay. I'm sorry guys. It was like technical difficulties on my end. Like I couldn't see myself or anything. I couldn't hear myself and I thought that I was gone. I thought it booted me out. But apparently it is here. It's just doing stupidness. No, so it definitely dropped it. It did. It dropped the stream, and then it brought the stream back out because it's saying that I've only been streaming for a minute. So it dropped the stream. It did drop the stream. It's always something. God. So anyway, if you guys come back, I hope you do come back. You said you believe in karma and that if someone kills someone, they deserve to go to prison. What I'm saying is when I got called in for that jury, right? They wanted to find the man guilty of murder because his friend who committed the robbery with him committed murder. And I don't think the law is fair in that sense that they would put someone away from murder if they themselves did not commit the murder. But the law is what the law is. And the law is written in a way that makes you guilty by association. So if you're with someone who commits murder, then you are equally guilty for that murder. And I don't think that is fair. Now, if somebody robs, there should be a consequence for that. But I don't think someone should go to prison for robbing you. I think they should perform community service. I think if someone is so deprived financially that they feel that they have to rob someone to get ahead, that perhaps they should be given services or educational services that will help them to be employable. But I don't think that the solution is to put people like this in prison. It's counterproductive, in my opinion. So in this particular case, I'm very, very grateful that I was not called to be on this jury, because I don't think that I could have rendered a guilty verdict. I don't think I could have done it. Guilty for robbery, sure, but not guilty of murder. And then not only that, this case was brought, it wasn't like, the evidence wasn't modern, right? The evidence that they had against them was like from the 80s or something. It was like this happened a long while ago, and now they finally caught him and they're putting him on trial or whatever. So the video cameras that they had were of very poor quality. What they had for evidence was of very poor quality. And I don't think that was fair to use, that as evidence against him. So I'm grateful that I did not get called into that jury, because I don't think that I could have put that man away in prison for murder. Robbery, maybe he committed that, but murder? But again, the law is written in a way that if you're involved in a situation like that and the person you're with commits the murder, you're equally guilty for that murder. And I don't think that's fair. If you didn't decide to kill someone or force that person to kill someone, why should you go to prison for murder? Only the person who committed the murder should go to prison for murder, in my opinion. I think the other day on the stream, someone said something about the law is the law or whatever. And I said, yeah, the law is the law, but that doesn't make the law right. There could be laws that aren't right. There could be laws that are implemented that are very, very wrong. And they have to be changed. Because those laws persecute the American people. I'm always done with this kombucha. Now I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be jumping off walls. I am going to be jumping off walls, guys. Like, for real. I have so much energy going on right now from drinking this kombucha. Alright, listen up. I have to start heading into town. I don't want to, but I'm going to. And I hope and pray that tonight I come back to stream again. I stood up last night till 6 o'clock in the morning. I might as well have been streaming. I shouldn't have just been laying in bed doing nothing. So with that being said, I'm going to end stream now because I got to get ready to head into town so I can give out my flyers. I will try to be back later on today, guys. No promises, but I am going to try. I will send out a blast on my Discord, and I will send out a blast on my Twitter and a blast on my Scout that I'm coming back online. So just look out for that blast. If I am coming back online, you'll get it. If not, you won't get it. And then you'll know. Okay? Mwah. Kisses to everybody. Thank you for coming to watch me stream today. And I will see you guys later on today or tomorrow. Bye, my darlings.